Hi, what's up everyone? It's your boy Fly with another video. Welcome to my channel. And if you guys are already subscribed, thank you very much for your love and support. If you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, or please subscribe, because that would mean the whole world for me. And that would be very nice. And I'll be thank you for everything. Now guys, you guys are playing Solo Leveling Rise, because that's the game that I'm about to show you today. I'm about to show you also all the tips and tricks that I came to learn by playing this game in a couple of days, and I'm also sharing with you some mistakes that I did so you guys don't do it too. So if you guys still didn't play the game is an action RPG, can be compared to Honkai Impact 3. That was the game that came some years ago, and is an action RPG, which is very nice. But by being an RPG, you really have to be careful by using your resources, because if you don't, you may do some mistakes and then you cannot redo them, or they may take a couple of days until you get to the same position that you were before. So before everything, here when you start the game, there is an option for you to re-roll your account. Now guys, if you started the game, you got some pulls, you draw some characters and didn't get anything, then you can re-roll your account. If you're playing on PC, this will be hard, because then you'll need a new email. But if you're playing on an Android or iPhone, if you're playing on mobile, then you'll have a button right here that says reset, and you guys can then reset your account, and you'll go back to the login screen, and you'll be asked if you guys want to skip the tutorial or play the tutorial again. You guys can then skip the tutorial and then go back inside the game. You'll start everything from zero, but you'll have some tickets to draw. Now you will get around 13 black tickets to draw and get a character and some gems, okay? But then you can use a code. The codes will be on the description. I will share with you. That will be the code. Let me see. I'm gonna share with you real fast. First is the Hunter Pass 1ST. This code will give you two draw tickets, the black tickets. Hunter Pass 1ST. Okay guys, that's the ticket to give you two draw tickets. Where do you redeem this ticket? Where you do redeem this code to get the tickets? You guys come here, account settings, redeem codes, and then you guys can redeem the code right there. I'm gonna write it for you too. Hunter Pass 1ST. You get two extra black tickets. Just use it. I already used it before, so yeah, I cannot exchange anymore. This is very useful, because if you guys do a reroll, then you guys will have 15 pulls here on this banner. This is the selection draw, and this is the ultimate hunter banner. Now after doing that, starting rerolling again, having a nice account, of course you guys want to draw here, and then you want to select some characters to draw, right? And who should you pull for? So the characters that you should pull for at the beginning are Seal. Very important, at least for now. And while we are in the early access, you want to pull for her 100% sure. Okay, this is the only character that deals water damage as an SSR. There are not many characters that deal water damage, and there are not many characters that are as strong as her. She is really one of the top characters in the game. She and Choi, I will put them in the top characters. Even Emma too will be one of the characters that will be there. So we want to pull for Seo, Emma, and then you need some weapons for Jinhoo. For Jinhoo, you want to use the Plum Sword. This is a top weapon, first weapon in the tier list, and then the Grimoire. The Grimoire is very helpful because it deals water damage and freezes your opponents. Now later on, you may need this guy right here. You may need a healer too. It's very important too. You may need this sword, because this sword deals also a lot of damage and is useful. And if you want to break, you have problems with Igris, you cannot pass Igris, then you may need this weapon to break, because this weapon breaks a lot. But until now I didn't need this weapon, so this one I also don't use it because I didn't have it, so I cannot say much about it, but many people get her. Now guys, there are two things in here that you should not pull for. One of them is this guy, because he is free. You really don't need it. You'll get it after you complete the 7-day login, so you don't need to pull for him. and the scythe. The scythe, it may be useful in late game, but from the beginning you also don't need it in the early game. Only if you lose the 50-50 then you can get it, then you may be using her, but otherwise you don't use this weapon. Another character that may be good is Lee. Lee is very good because he deals a lot of damage, but he's a bit clunky to play with, and the mechanics are not that easy, so I wouldn't recommend it at the beginning. Another character breaks a lot, is a very good breaker, is this guy right here, but also it is more of a situational, the more situational characters. They are not really, they don't really pair well with other characters, or not in the early game. So the first things you should try to go for is Seal, Emma, and the Plum Sword and the Grimoire, in my opinion. Okay, also Libora, you can also get her later on, so you can also get her if you're not a free-to-play player. If you pay to win, you can get her really easy on the chop, but I have her and I don't really use her that much, although she deals good damage, but she deals dark damage. For now in the game there are not many places where you can use her. It's up to you. If you get her, it's good. If not, well, she is in the tier lists above, not above, but under, let me show again, under Emma, Sio, and Choi. Choi is the guy right here. Okay, now while pulling for Choi, I would recommend, if you're a free-to-play player, only get one copy of him. Okay, and if you think, okay, but I'll get one copy of him, I can then lose the 50-50 and get another character. Well, what happened to me is that, yeah, I didn't lose the 50-50. I got him almost every time. One time I even got him and the Plum Sword, which means now I'm guaranteed again to get him in the next pool. So yeah, I don't recommend getting so many copies of him. It's not that worth it, and he doesn't crit. So he doesn't crit, he doesn't break, he deals a lot of damage. He is on the top list of the SSR characters and any characters. Okay, he and Sio are one of the best characters in the game. Then it comes Emma, she does a bit less damage, but she's a tank. And then I would say Lee, the guy that breaks, Lee Bora too. And then it will come Nam. Nam is very strong. You guys will need her if you don't have Seal. Then the other one guy that saved me so many times is Kim Chul. Then the healer guy that is right there on the draws. Let me show you again. I also don't have him. He's really useful on late game. You guys really need shield and the healer, because there will be some bosses you guys cannot finish without them, and I have a little very pain trying to finish those bosses. So another thing that I want to show you is, before you start playing the story like crazy, before you start coming here on story mode and finishing everything and trying to get all those black tickets, because it'll give you black tickets once you finish the story mode, before doing all that and also finishing all the stars so you get all the extra black tickets and all the gems, what I want you guys to do is to come to the challenges, guys. Come to the challenges before starting doing everything, and finish these challenges. You guys may see, let me go back, that I will need to, for example, clear the encore missions 5 times, and if I didn't finish this on this chapter, because it's only per chapter, even if you finish the encore missions like 50 times and you're still on this chapter here, the next chapter you'll have to redo everything. So go into here, into the challenges, follow your chapter, see what you need to do. Like for example, draw 15 times. You have really specific mini text right here, and these things will help you a lot, because not only they will give you tickets, but also giving you, for example, weapons and some other materials and resources that you really need. After, later on, as I said, you will get the scythe. The scythe is for free, so don't pull for it. What else do you have? You have another weapons right there. The weapons that are also useful, for example, this one, it inflicts bleed, which is very useful, takes a lot of damage too from bosses. And then yeah, you also need to clear instance dungeons. Well, you need keys. So guys, you really start the game. If you don't want to make mistakes, come to the challenges first, follow these mini challenges you have here and do them, so you guys can get more rewards before finishing the story. Otherwise you'll be really far away in the story like I am, and I still didn't finish these things because I didn't saw them. So this is one thing that you might take in consideration. Now let me show you the weapons. Now for the weapons, what you need at the beginning, as said, is the plum sword, because it gives crit damage and critical hit damage. It's very nice. The grimoire, because it freezes the enemies, which is crazy, and you will need it against Cerberus because you really need it. Now other weapons from Jinhu, from here, they are not really useful, I would say. If you guys have any of these two weapons, or any other SSR weapons. Another weapon is kind of good is this one, the light damage, and it has some additional extras right here. Could be useful, but yeah, you guys have two SSR weapons, you don't need to use any other ones. So about the hunters, the hunter is a bit more complicated because the weapons for the hunter, there are not many weapons available, or at least they are not accessible. One of them is the ring for Choi, and this one you get it for free while playing the event. So guys, if you guys are playing the early access already, you should be playing and try to do this small quest right here too. They got some things I need to do: log in, clear 5 gates, level up Jinhu weapon. So do this daily, and then you'll get some rolls, and then you can roll the dice, and if you have luck, you'll get either this thing right here, the event Choi weapon design. When you get 100, you can fuse them up and then get one other weapon from him, or just draw the tickets, use the crystals, and then when you finish up, you'll get the ring for free, which is very nice. The ring is very good because it gives you power and attack. Of course, it gives some extras if you use it in Choi, but if not, it's still a nice weapon to use in the other characters. Now, if you guys don't have any SSR characters for your hunters, don't worry, you guys can fuse 5 of these weapons, or it's a total 10 times of the R weapons, and they may be even better than the SR or the SSR weapon. For example, this weapon right here increases the user power gauge acquisition by 24%, and because it is at A10 or S10, because you need to fuse it 5 times and then 5 times once again, you'll then achieve some extra, you will unlock some extra bonus right here. The user attack increases the user attack and defense and HP by 10%. So this weapon is superior to this one right here, even though it has less power, because it has, as you see, more power gauge, and you also have some extra bonuses. 10% attack, HP and defense is a lot. For example, Nam, she scales off HP, Emma also, then you really need these stats right here, and then it will be much more worth it. Now, I didn't level up these weapons yet because we are on early access and we don't know if more weapons are about to come. So yeah, for now I'll just stay right here and I'll only level up the weapon for Choi, although I don't think Choi will stay on the top tier rank for a long time because many characters that may come may be a bit better than him. So yeah, just pull 1 copy of Choi, get his weapon for free and use him for now, and then just keep going. So another thing that I want to tell you guys, if once you start the game, you'll have some skills, and you may also unlock some runes, because there's also an event where you get some runes. And then here on the runes, depending on the skill you have, you can choose. They will give you extras. For example, if I'm fighting Cerberus, I may use this skill right here because it deals water damage, and this will be really useful against Cerberus. Is a very pain and boss to defeat. But usually, if I'm not fighting Cerberus, I will use this rune right here and this skill, because it gives critical hit rate by 3%, it increases it, and then it resets the cooldown from this skill. So I literally can use this skill 2 times in a row with this rune. So runes are very, very, very overpowered in here. There are some other ones. For example, this one will give me a shield. I'll make me invisible while I'm using the skill. It also gives critical hit rate for 12 seconds, 7%. It's very nice. So guys, pay attention to the rules, don't sleep on them. For example, this one gives also a shield. The other one gives me immortalize, now invincible. Okay, so the skills that you need to level up at the beginning are this one, the multi-strike. I really recommend you to, because it deals break damage and it only takes 10 seconds to cooldown. Then the other one will be this one, the death dance, because it deals break damage heavy, takes 15 seconds to cooldown. And the other one would be the ultimate. Now if you guys are in the beginning of the game and you'll have the Shadow Tragedy ultimate, don't level it up, it's not worth it. Just level up the Truth Mutilate ultimate once you can, okay? So another thing you need to do is about the stats. You really want to level up Strength and Perception to get attack and precision, guys. Precision, you really want to get your precision between 80 and 90, or if you're in late game more than that, but at the beginning just try to get it around 80 and 90. What you need to do is level up precision around 2 to 1 would be good, and later on you can then start leveling up your agility too, so you get more hit, some critical hit rate, okay? But at the beginning focus on attack and precision only. So what else I can show you now? The weapons also have skills, guys. You guys don't know, you can also level up your weapon skills. Many people may not know this, but they are here. You can level them up. Just level up the skills, and if you have dupes from the weapon, for example as I do, then this skill right here will be amplified, and I have some more bonuses right here, which is very nice because landing a critical hit on the next attack increases by 32%, so it's very nice. But yeah, if you guys don't still have the dupes, don't worry, just level up the skills. For example, from the Grimoire, you really want to level up this skill right here because it freezes the enemies, gives or deals water damage, and is very useful and takes a lot of damage. It's very good, deals a lot of damage. Now another thing you guys can do, of course, the missions, the quests, of course the challenges, codex. Yeah, just redeem once you see this red point right there, just redeem everything you guys can. Then you come here to the fuse. Once you have enough of these rune fragments, just fuse them to get 100. And once you have like three runes that are double 3 runes, then you can redeem them to get a purple one. You have a 35% chance, or it will fail. Mostly it will fail, like me last time it failed, but only the double ones you can use here. So if you get a rune that you don't like, yeah, you cannot redeem here. You can only redeem the double ones, the ones that you have 2 times, okay, or at least 2 times. Now you can also, later on, you can also fuse to get some blessings, but this is more of a late game. Other things that you guys can do is when you are on the gates, you can farm gates, okay? Just farm the gates that are S and A. Don't farm any B's or something like that, or less than that, B and C, because the S and A, they will give you essence gems, and they'll give you also more rewards. So I'm just gonna mine this one right here, this one too. Now when you go to the gates, if you get any purple gates that are like B, I really don't recommend doing this, but you can, because you'll get some shadows, then you can unlock some shadows. This is more of a late game. You also have some artifacts, but the artifacts rarity are like, yeah, kinda not good. You barely have any purples, and most of the time you'll get like the gray ones, maybe a blue. So I don't recommend it. Only if he has an A and an S, you should do it at the beginning of the game. Yeah, you don't have A's and S, so maybe just do the purple ones. And once you get a red one, then you do the red ones. The red ones are a must. The gold ones are okay. Once you do a red one, for example, you have the option to sweep. Every day you get 3 free sweeps. After it, for example, for the blues, you have to use points. You get some points right here. But for the red ones, you cannot use the points. You have to use a free special sweep. That's why by sweeping, you only sweep the red gates, don't sweep the other ones. Then let me see, once you go into the gate, for example, you need the keys, and once you go into the gate, you'll have to finish the gate. Now one thing that I want to show you that I don't see many people talking about is, for example, for the gates or anything else like encore missions and everything where you get artifacts, you can do this on auto mode. Now auto mode is really useful in the game, and I really didn't see any YouTuber talk about it. So where do you find the auto mode, and how do you play in auto mode, or why do you play on auto mode, or why should you even play on auto mode? Well, if you finish most of the content and you want to redo all the main story quests, for example, in my case, I have done almost everything and I want to redo to get those 3 stars, but I don't have patience to just redo the same quests over and over again just to get 1 more star. What I did is come here to control settings, main story, I put it on auto mode, side story, auto mode, gate, auto mode, and you can do this for almost everything or probably everything. Job change, side story again, gate, battlefield, encore missions, and everything that you guys have here. You can put it on auto modes and then you can play. Usually you'll have an option to choose, but I think on the main story, side story and everything, you don't have the option there to change to auto mode, so you have to do it right here. Then you can play on auto mode and can do everything and just farm whatever you like. So another thing that I want to show you that you will unlock later on is a special commission. Here you also get some free tickets, but this is very hard. But this is another place where the auto mode will come in handy, because you need to defeat these monsters a couple of times, so you get some gems, and then once you complete 10 you'll get one ticket. Okay, you'll get like this black ticket and one white ticket and so on. So another thing that I want to show you here, while we are pulling, okay, the tickets, you will start getting more chances of pulling an SSR weapon or character after the 64 pull. So what you should do is pull like until 60 or 64 if you guys can, and then from 64, or you could do it from 60 to 64 to single pulls. If you guys have more pulls, for example I have 19 right there because I just got an SSR weapon and then I want to pull again, what you should do is pull between 64 and 69 on singles. I got 2 times 2 SSRs by doing this. Okay, I pulled until 64 or around that, and then I did single pull 65, 66, 67, 68. Then 69 is a bit dangerous, but it works. One time I did 70, and 70 I got one SSR, so it was not worth it. So I would recommend pulling until 69 in single pulls, then do a 10 pull, then you'll have around 79 pulls, 74 to 79, and then your rates will be much higher. So instead of having like 0.1% of getting an SSR character or weapon, you have around 5, and then 5 on 10 pulls, right, 5, you get like a chance of having one SSR character is 50%, so maybe 2, 50-50, it will be nice. So maybe you'll get 2 characters in one 10 pull, which is very nice. Now another thing that you guys can do is pull while pulling for Choi. While you pull Choi the first time, of course I will only recommend getting 1 copy of him. You will get him, but the second time you may lose the 50-50. So yeah, if you guys are going for him, then pull for him, but if not, it's not worth it to keep pulling for him, because then the pulls are not worth it, you'll lose cards. So I pulled for him, but yeah, I wanted to lose the 50-50 to get Seo or any other character, but I didn't. I won and I got him a lot of times, so yeah, I don't recommend pulling for him. So other things that you guys can do, this is not for free-to-play players, it's for low spenders, is to come to the shop and buy this thing right here. This thing right here will help you in the beginning of the game, because as you guys know, gold is very scarce and finite, and you don't have gold most of the times. Even though I may seem to have a lot of gold, I don't. It's only 600,000. It's nothing. If you change a couple of artifacts, I'll be wasting like 200 to 300,000, and then yeah, I wouldn't have any more gold to level up any character. If you level up a character to at least level 40, you'll be using around 200k gold. So if I get another SSR character right now and I want to level her up, it will be a pain, because then I wouldn't have that much gold anymore. So the thing you can buy to help this little issue is the daily growth support card right here. So just buy it, then you get more gold, you get some free sweeps, and you also get this card right here. So other things you guys can buy right here in the shop is once you come into an exchange shop, you'll have some free stuff right here. One thing that you guys should buy all the time before it resets is the rune fragment. Not this one here, the other one that you can buy with the blue things right here. They are called commemorative coins. You want to buy that because then you can fuse it and get some more runes. The other things you guys can buy is the tickets, but yeah, it's kind of up to you if you really want to use and waste those platinum commemorative coins on the tickets or not. Other things that you guys can buy are, let me see, in here you could use some of this. When you salvage weapons, you could buy some of these boxes, but I wouldn't recommend it because you'll get a lot of boxes later on. Then let me see, this is only to level up skills. They are kind of not worth it because they are so expensive. If you have a lot of resources, then yeah, otherwise don't waste your resources right here. Let me go to the mana. Now here on the mana crystal exchange, this is very useful. You get mana from the portals and everything, and this is very useful because, as you saw on the challenges, we'll have some challenge where we need to finish encore missions or the instance dungeons. So to finish those things, you really need those keys, and then you can buy 2 keys here, which is very nice and resets every day. So you can really go and speed run those challenges by coming here and buying those keys. Now you really have to, again, think before you do anything. This is an action RPG, and on RPGs you really need to think and manage your resources, otherwise you would be losing and making some mistakes. So here the battle of exchange, if you do the battle of exchange, you will get some rewards. This is right here, battle of time. Exactly, battle of time. You need to finish, get a good record, and then you can get some more rewards. Let me see here again. You get some more rewards, some more gems, some more crystals and gold, which is very useful. Always do this, okay guys, and then redeem the rewards right there. Let me see, there are some more challenges. I don't think they are available for me. I did the first 2. Now I need to do this, and for this, for example, it's kind of hard because you'll need a lot of attack power, 137,000. I have like around 100,000, and this is for, let me see, with the hunters only. So yeah, I don't have enough power to finish this. I tried. It's not really enough for now. So let me go back. Now the battlefield of trials, you really need to do this, finish this as long as you can. You'll get some more crystals, some more essence stones, or crystals you can say, and then for every 5 you'll get some more cards. So this is the premium spot, or the best spot where you can be is around level 30 and 40, while you start unlocking everything in here, and then you'll have a bunch of pulls and you can pull for more characters and weapons. Now in here on the battlefield of trials, you can do it as a player or as a hunter. Okay guys, don't forget this. You can change it and do both, as a player and hunter, as Jinwoo and the hunters. The other things that you guys can do is on the story, once you have leveled up enough, again you can finish those tickets, and then once you finish the normal mode, you guys can choose hard mode. Okay, I really didn't know, I was just playing the game, and then I was kind of stuck. I was kind of not seeing, yeah, I'm not going anywhere, and then I realized, wait, I also have hard mode, and then I came here, I did many of the hard modes, I got more tickets, I could pull for more characters. I didn't have much luck, but yeah, I could pull for more characters, and then I could keep going on and leveling up. Now another thing that is very important on this game, and is kind of ironic, is that you level up a lot by, let me go back, you'll get a lot of XP only by logging in. This is like what I've seen. I've done all the gates, I have done many quests right there, but the activity funds is one of the places where you get the most amount of XP, especially if you have bought that card right there that gives you the special fund and everything. You get some more 30%. You guys can see I still have 23 days. So yeah, here you'll have a lot of XP, so the game actually rewards you if you don't play, and if you just, yeah, don't come to the game that much. But if you come in daily, then you'll get a bunch of XP. Most of the XP that I get is from here. I really leveled up faster because of this, which is very nice. Another thing you guys can do is talk to these characters. Once they have that yellow thing, the yellow dialogue above their heads, they will give you some essence stones too. And let me see what else. You guys can go to the gates, you can farm gates, go to the hunters. Now once you get those your hunters, right, you will need some artifacts. Now guys, for the artifacts, it will depend on the hunter. For example, I have Lee right here, and you come to this thing where it says recommended stats, this button, and they will tell you what you need on this specific character. He needs, for example, attack, damage increase, and dark damage. Then for him, the best set that I would pull, especially for him, is this set right here, the Dragon Knights. helmet. That's a Dragon Knight set, right? Dragon Knight, yeah, I think that's it is. It increases the basic damage, increases the core damage. You want to have a 4-piece set on this character, for example. Some characters can use 2, but depending on the character, you will need to check what they need. Another thing, I have these things right here, this gear, these artifacts on him. Why? Because it has additional attack. I still didn't put other ones because I don't have any other artifacts that are useful for him right here. So we really want to get the attack, and those attack percentages are very helpful and very important. Now, for example, Emma, she scales of HP, and what you want to do is to get some artifacts that have HP. For example, here HP percent 10, which is amazing. It's very nice. Here I have HP once again, here too, and the effect from this set too, it also gives HP. For example, hers, she scales also of HP and she breaks a lot. Emma also does break, but yeah, it's up to you what you want to use. For example, on her, she breaks a lot, then you get this set right here that gives break damage. Also, after it, you may unlock this second artifact, so this is SSRs, and here you'll have some other extras. They are very useful. Again, try to find some with HP, so you can HP or attack depending on your character, so you can level them up. Now this character Nam, she's very useful. Again, Kim is also very useful. In the beginning of the game you'll need shields, you'll need water damage too later on, so they are very useful. Also a healer is useful if you guys find yourself stuck. Now about the shadows, once you unlock Igris or Igris, you'll be able to unlock other shadows too. And the first shadow that should unlock is Tank. Why? Because he stuns, okay? It also only takes 1 second. It only lasts 1 second, but the stunning is sometimes the difference between the boss attacking you and you dying, or the boss getting stunned and you being able to use another skill and killing him, okay? So Tank is very useful, although he only gives, let me see, defense, which is not that great, but the stun and the attack damage that it deals is the best one right here, okay? At least at the beginning of the game, I would recommend to unlock Tank and then Iron because it gives HP and you really need it. Now Blades is very good because it gives you 3% attack damage or something like that, but is not that ideal if you're a free-to-play player and you are in the beginning of the game. So just go with Tank first and Iron and then Blades, and then let's see what does this guy that will be unlocked later on will give. So let me just go and check some other things. Now the skills, you can also level up the hunter skills, okay? Don't forget that. You can also level them up. There are many skills that are very useful and you may need it. Let me go check, for example, this skill right here, to pay attention to the cooldowns. For example, this skill gives freeze and only has an 8-second cooldown, so of course I'm leveling up this skill. Now Choi and your favorite characters, you can level them up as you please. Now let me see something else that I want to show you. You got the artifacts, the shop, the missions, the fuse, the craft. Okay, on the craft you can craft weapons for your hunters. They are here, they are kind of hard, so it's not going to be easy to do it as a free-to-play player, but you can do it. You can also craft some other things to level up the skills. They're also very useful. And what else? Battle class, once you unlock this, you'll then get some more crystals and some more gold too, which is kind of nice. So yeah guys, that was it for the beginning. Of course it is a bit of a long video because I have many things to do, and of course I'll be doing also many other videos showing you more tips and tricks on what you should do on the game and what not, and what is coming up in the next video. So guys, stay well. Of course, if you guys are still not subscribed, please consider subscribing if you can find this information helpful. Just don't forget to drop a like, and if you have any suggestions, just comment it down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.